My pet name is Keith. I grew up.
I wouldn't want to ask if your middle name is Keith, because I know it's not Keith, it's Augustus.
Pet name. Because you have to have a name where them don't know, them can't harm you. If I fall down, I expect to stand up and hear applause. It's a performance, it's not. So don't start for me. Left high school, came to school of drama, I met Bella. And we became a comedy duo in 85. And when I die, as I must, I don't want a mourning either.
You want a celebration?
A celebration, because life too short to bawl over sadness. I have to deal with my own mental health, right? In Canada, I was diagnosed as depressed, clinically depressed. I want to be respected. I want to be...
Not the joker guy?
No.
This man on stage loves to tell people that he's short, but not short or nothing. And it's true. I met him when I was 19 as a student in his community drama class. And that course has had such an impact on me as a writer, as a creator, as an artivist. And I'm happy to say 20 plus years later that this educator, poet, father, advocate, writer, actor, performer, and a whole heap of other things is my friend. He's the only one that calls me Sabrena with an E. The one and only Owen Blakka Ellis. Blakka with an E.
Hey, Sabrena with an E, you know.
I am good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Highly flavored?
Highly favored and oily flavored. With body butter.
With body butter, yes, because I touched your knees earlier on and it was very, very smooth and nice. I want what you're using. Thank you so much for agreeing to have this conversation with me about choosing to live fearlessly and just working through things to get to the other side of power, love, and sound mind. So, if I were to ask you who you are by starting with I am, what would you say? Who are you, or what do you do? Who are you?
I am a thankful of thankfulness. I am the embodiment of gratitude. I give thanks every day for everything, the good and the bad. I give thanks for the lessons that life has given me, and everything has been a lesson.
Everything?
Everything has been a lesson. So I'm thankful. I am largely that. I'm a tank. I'm a carrier of gratitude. You know? I am a carrier of stories as well.
You are a carrier of stories.
I live a very storied life, and my life is a continuous story. So yeah, that's what I am. I'm a story.
You know I like about you from day one, that you have always been willing to share your story. There is no, well, I don't know if there's no shame, but it never comes across as things that people would like, you know, you're like, okay, there's value in me sharing this, and you're going to share it. And one of the things that I discovered it in a bus in England, we won't say why, that you're not afraid to be vulnerable.
No.
You are not, and it was very interesting and inspiring for me to see as a young person coming from the arts that you can be strong and good at what you do, but you can also be vulnerable enough to say, I am wrong in this instance. I don't know what I'm doing in this instance. I need help in this instance. And I'm here for you. And, I've seen all of that from you and through you, not just to me, but to practically everybody I see you interact with.
That
you report to,
and
that report to you.
Yeah, I try.
How?
I'm not sure I know how, but I can have a sense of why. Why I think being vulnerable has value, and being invulnerable is really a lie. I think we're all fragile beings, and it's okay to admit that you're fragile. Be fragile but agile, eh?
Fragile but agile.
Admit that you're fragile. And I think as men, we have not been told enough, been empowered enough, been allowed to enough to admit that, hello, it's not okay. It's okay to say that you're not okay. And I'm not always okay. I'm really completely okay. But that's okay to admit that, hey, I'm not all right. And it's okay to bawl and to break down so it's okay to reevaluate, re-empower, revision, restart, and
reset.
Exactly. So I'm
resume.
Exactly.
But one would argue, though, Blakka, that you grew up in a trench town, because everybody knows that story, and man a Stonewall, man stand tall, to quote one of your writings. How you move from growing around a tuggy lifestyle to saying, I am going to be a vulnerable, evolved being? How you move from that to that?
Again, I think, and it's something that I'm asked every time some students interview me for their CSEC, SBA. And I say, I cannot tell you the time when I decided. I think the awareness life that decided for me, and I was just guided to a particular place. So I was raised by Auntie Becca, who was abusive,
Yeah.
who was volatile and vulgar. She put the V in vulgarity.
Vulgar veins is in one of the lines from one of your poems.
And
Yes.
makes fun of it, vulgar veins.
Yes.
So from that I learned that, from her I learned not to be ashamed, because shame tree literally got killed, right?
Oh.
So, and not having shame as a boundary, you can admit. If I wet up myself now, I'm gonna say I wet up myself. And we'll be like, oh yeah, I'm a wife with very private. We'll say, Owen, you don't have to say that, you know, because she's very private and I'm the opposite. I will share what happened to me. If I fall down, I expect to stand up and hear applause. It's a performance, it's not. So don't start for me. And when I die, as I must, I don't want a mourning either.
You want a celebration?
A celebration, because life is not, life too short to bawl over sadness. It's okay to cry tears of joy.
Yeah.
Which I will not cry today. Me not bawl, man a stone wall.
Man stand tall. But you said she kill your shame tree. For some people, especially as I even look at myself working through things that made me go into my shell as a child. Thankfully, I never had an Auntie Becca, but you know, other things that people would have said or done. It's the opposite for you. The shame tree died, but you rise from the dead tree.
Yeah.
It's very interesting for me.
Well, dead things fertilize earth, you know.
True.
Right? So that might be. But out of that tree came the gift of laughter. The gift of laughter is a kind of firewall protection against fear. Good comedians are people who actually tell their own sadness, their own ugliness, and ways to make people laugh. And that was the gift that she gave me.
Was she a comedian giving jokes all the time?
She didn't intend to give me that gift, but so you learn to laugh at yourself. And pretty early I learned, certainly when I went to high school, that you have two options. You either become laughed at as the joke,
with.
or you laugh with as the joker. So I own the joke, I claim the joke, and became the joker.
Okay.
You know, so you can't shame me, I'm going to laugh with you.
So you say a lot of comedians use laughter to deal with their fears and issues. In your life, has there ever been anything that you were afraid to do, that you wanted to do, or if not that, afraid to do because you know you need to do it because you have to grow and evolve?
Yeah.
Have you ever had that?
I used to be afraid to speak.
Afraid to speak, which is 80% of what you do.
To be afraid to speak.
Why?
When I went to high school, and I discovered that I had what people call speech impediments, a lisp and a stutter. That sometimes I kept wanting to say the words. I was therefore afraid to speak. But I discovered that when I did speak, people who were laughing were trying to ridicule me. If I laughed, it kind of diffused everything. It made them feel weird that I'm laughing too, and they're laughing with me. So in high school, I entered inter-house competition in Negro spiritual.
Oh dear.
Right? And I'm singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. So I'm trying to soften the lisp. I'm end up I sing Wing Low, Wheat Chariot. And for a whole term, man call me Wing Low, Wheat Chariot. But I was enjoying it because it's funny. Wing Low, Wheat Chariot.
Wheat Chariot.
And because I am the joke, let me make you laugh though. And people are shocked that I'm laughing too. Because the sensitive, if you fall down,
You're supposed
you
to
will cry or we laugh. But me laugh too. I think that kind of get people, now we're really joking now on them. And that's how I emerge as a comedian. I will take anti-beating, take anti-cussing, go school next year and tell my friends about it.
say, yo, auntie give me a beat last night.
And they like tell me more. And that became Excel's High School Mango Tree. Me tell my story. It became how I learned to own and claim my voice.
I want to come back to the stories in 2 seconds, but I have a question. What has been the most difficult thing that you've ever had to do for you?
The most difficult thing I had to do for me is tell people no. Yeah, I've had this complex with people pleasing. This part of me that's afraid of people feeling bad because I tell them no. So I say yes to everything and 3 things clashing. And I end up being the person who's late or the person who said yes and didn't turn up, and I end up being this
Stressed?
bad person. And I end up being stressed. And I kill stress. I don't like the word stress. It's not stress, it's stretch. And I'm being stretched. And I had to learn to say no without apology. And that's hard. Even now for me, it's hard.
Yes, because you could have told me no today, if we're honest.
Yeah.
But you said yes, and I hope it wasn't too much of a stress.
No, man. I have to sometimes stretch things and stretch but don't break.
Stretch but don't
Yeah.
break. But what was the turning point for you? Because why did you decide, enough of this now, I have to say no? What was it?
Again, it's because I wanted to not have a bad reputation. I want to be respected. I want to be,
Not the joker guy.
no. And all of us want to be loved. Don't want to admit it, but we all want to be loved. As Blakka was saying, everybody want the same thing down there.
Yeah.
Everybody want some
Everybody
happiness.
want the same
We
thing
all
down
want,
there,
yeah.
down there,
A
down
big
there,
tune,
down there.
a big tune. We all want a happy end.
It's
You know?
true, that you would have had enough.
It's a bad tune, simply, but just powerfully said.
Yeah.
And I want to be happy. I want to be loved, but I want to be respected. And at some point, people respect your no more than a yes, and then don't turn up. No, I can't. I'm supposed to say yes, and then I have to go hide because I can't turn up. And that was the turning point for me. It's a point at which I had to claim power over my own self and say, sorry, no, I can't do it. And even now, I'm learning my no. I'm saying my no's. And the good thing is saying no, but not saying no with an excuse. We can't do it because we can't do it.
Just say no.
Just say no. And that is a power.
No conditions apply.
Yeah.
It's something that I'm still learning. I think I'm better at it now. I feel good about where I'm at, but to just say no or just take myself away from certain situations that I know is a slow gas leak.
I know that as a parent, you must know that when the child learn no. Hey, it's a powerful thing, you know.
I used to call him Captain No because the no was
Yeah.
he was very empowered when he discovered
Yeah.
no.
So no was my PowerPoint really.
Yeah.
And that what I was afraid of doing, of telling people no.
Because you didn't want them to think that you're a bad guy.
Yeah.
I know what that feels like. So I said I wanted to go back to the stories. So you're telling jokes and you're telling stories. At what point did you move from telling the stories to writing the stories, and then, because you mentioned Blakka a while ago, writing stories to writing songs? Because I think you're one of the baddest songwriters.
Oh,
And I'm not trying to gas you up. I'm not trying to gas you up. I kid you not. I don't know anybody can put the word xenophobia in, and I say this to you all the time, in a song, a message song, and you listen to a message and the tune just bad, and you don't realize you're being educated and informed.
Wow.
So when did we, to go back to my question, when did you move from another trio, Auntie Becca gave me a beat last night, to writer, to songwriter, and you know, all the different forms that you write in?
Again, it goes back to high school, you know. In high school, Excelsior did inter-house competitions, I said for that, what them call it. And also Manning Cup matches.
Well, I used to play Manning Cup.
I was writing all the cheers. Play Manning Cup? Me? Play? I have 3 left foot. But I was on the side cheering.
Okay.
I was one was taking the popular song of the day and making party to cheer. Them can't run, them can't jump, them can't do what thing. I give mash them up. Because I give the school motto, school name. And that's the way I began to write songs, so practice the art of creating lyrics in high school. And then I left high school, came to School of Drama, I met Bella. Bella was walking with a guitar every day.
Okay.
And a powerful voice.
Yes.
And can play everything by ear. And just want words. I just feed him words, He just make lyrics, make music. So my words, my hit melody became songs. And we became a comedy duo in 85. We were rehearsing for a show
I know this
at
story.
Fab 5.
Yes.
And Judy Mohammed was outside waiting to rehearse with Fab 5. And she heard us singing, "Oh, ganja tree."
Oh,
She said,
ganja tree.
"That's brilliant. Let me do it. Tell you right there." She said, "Write me a song, no?" And they ended up writing an album for Judy Mohammed, really. Look at Love.
Yeah.
That's when folks said, "Well, I can't write songs."
Yeah.
But by then I had already written songs, enter festival 3 or 4 times. And eventually came second one year, and the year my song came second. Should I win? And the song got won. I still later I want to fight the song. Love the way like a boom.
Oh, that's it. Oh, yeah.
When that
that's it,
song
yeah.
won, my song came second, like my song for win, but such is life. But so out of those experiences came the practice of writing lyrics, and I have written songs since then for other singers, for up and coming artists, and I still have a file full of songs yet unsung that I want to release at some point.
You mentioned Bello walking with the guitar. You loaded with the words and the partnership that everybody knows. How important has partnership been in your life, whether it is creatively or in any space of your life?
Absolutely, totally important. We are not alone. No man on island is a cliche, but it's true. I thrive on partnerships. I live for collaborations. I hate doing things, and not because I'm afraid of doing things
By
alone.
yourself, yeah.
But I think you need somebody to. You need a bouncing. You need a bouncing board. You need a sounding board. And partnership is important. So if it wasn't Bello, it was my. So I grew up. My pet name is Keith. I grew up.
I wouldn't want to ask if your middle name is Keith, because I know it's not Keith, it's Augustus.
Pet name. Because you have to have a name where them don't know, so them can't harm you.
And that you come from?
Yeah. Everybody has to have a pet name.
Oh, no, I've always wondered why my brother's pet name is Dale, but Dale is not upon him birth paper, none tall.
Because people can take a name and hurt you. Technically, legally, and
Otherly.
spiritually. Yeah. So, and I grew up being known as Aston and Keith. My brother Aston.
The one that looks most like you.
So I would grow up being a part of Aston and Keith. And they'll say, this is for Shirley, that's for Jean, it's for Aston and Keith. So I grew up being part of a team, Aston and Keith.
So you're always in a duo?
Always. You know, in life, it's Owen and Annette. You know, in comedy, it's Bello and Blakka. You know, in businesses, Blakka and IT. In life, it's Aston and Keith. And that's just how life has been. So I thrive on partnerships. So, and I think people do things better together. One hand can't clap.
Family is very important for you. But I know most of your family is not here in warm Jamaica. They're in cold Canada. How has that juggling been for you?
Oh, Sabrena, that has been hard.
Yeah.
No lie, it has been hard. It's something I was afraid of doing, but I had to do.
Why you had
for
to
my
do
own
it?
sanity. So one thing I must tell you, and I'm saying it deliberately this time with intention because it's something we very often don't want to talk about. I had to deal with my own mental health, right? In Canada, I was diagnosed as depressed, clinically depressed, and I was actually prescribed antidepressants. I feel the back of Cymbalta, which I had stopped taking. But depression is a very, very
Real thing.
You know, and a real thing. And I was unhappy. I love my family, love my life, love my wife, but I was unhappy, as the psychiatrist said at the time. Canada is emasculating you. You know, in Canada, I was always the other. I was the black immigrant, black aging immigrant, black aging male immigrant, and each of those things was a step back. In Jamaica, I mean in Blakka, and it means something. And having spent my entire life building up a range of goodwill,
They were fragmenting
I'm
you.
now leaving it to a place where I was starting over every day. And I had to just decide that, you know, Jamaica is my antidepressant. You know, so I came back home.
You hear that? JTB, Jamaica is the antidepressant.
Yeah, man. And you know, that is still ongoing struggle. Because in the morning you wake up and you find that you're on the pillow, you know? But thank God
And,
for...
and FaceTime can only do so much and no
no
more.
more,
But,
you know.
but thank God for FaceTime
Oh my
and
goodness. Yeah,
Skype
man.
and...
WhatsApp video call.
Skype still I keep
You
that
know,
way?
no, but WhatsApp video call, I will say, Annette, what are you not on drop of sleep? She told me when you started snoring, right? And she told me that Jamaica.
That's
but we're
cool,
able
though.
to talk together, and that has been, I think it's still not enough, but it at least will keep a connection.
Yeah.
I try and call her every day, message her every day. We talk, we just hi, you wake up and think to keep a connection. But it's hard. But it's something I have to take courage and do for my own mental health.
I'm glad you shared that. Thank you for doing so. And because mental health is real. And when I was growing up in the 80s, 90s, mental health means somebody mad.
Yeah.
Mental health is more than a mad person, I would say, on the road. It's the highs and the lows. So on your low days, what do you turn to, or who do you turn to refuel the tank of joy? Because you said you're a tank full of thankfulness.
Yeah. God, the Bible, spirituality, and of course my grandchildren.
Rajala.
Rajala. It's so weird that people see Rajala and say, she looks like your wifey.
Yeah, she looks like Annette.
You know?
No joke.
You know? And those two women, because she's 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, and she called me every day too. You know, she don't know that she called me and I can't talk. She understand. You know, but that, although I tell her that I must out of time for you. No matter what's happening, interrupt me. If I can't talk to you, I'll tell you, but you know. And that is kind of where I turn to for solid, for refueling, you know.
What's spirituality for you though? Because you definitely said God and you said spirituality. So
Yeah.
what does that mean for you?
So God is the relationship. I talk to God in a minute. And back talk to and talk back.
Really?
I got to take back. Like God, that's true. Like I'm seriously, you know. I pray for patience, right? And every day.
Intensive patient. Then you pray for
I'm like,
it.
God, I mean, like really, you know. I talk to God and God talk to me, and I try and listen to God. Because praying not about telling God you listen now. You have to tell God, tell me today, talk to me today. And sometimes God talk to you that you don't expect.
Yes.
Say, God talk to me today. Turn the radio and the song say, get up.
Yes.
And I say, okay, I must get up. So God talks to me. But beyond my Christian religion and my picking to God and a relationship is the broader spectrum of spirituality, of knowing that everything, Sabrena, everything has a spirit. Everything carries a spirit. This chair, your earring, everything has a spirit. There's a spirit behind everything. And the spirit behind the thing can also lead you. It can bleed you. You can also deal with it. So bed have a spirit and rum have a spirit, and so I think spirituality is
Understand that the energy behind something.
everything. Energy within it, behind it, and the energy that drives it. And therefore understand that you have to then channel your energy, your spirit, but therefore overwhelm every other spirit so that you can actually not be detracted or be derailed on your journey.
That's
That's what spirit means to me.
very, very deep and interesting. Understanding that energies will clash, energies will merge. But the thing you said a while ago about making sure that your spirit thrives
Yeah, man.
within whatever space
You have to
or
overwhelm everything with your spirit.
Overwhelm is the
Yeah.
word that you use. All right, so you juggle many things, juggle many balls, wear many hats. Which one you enjoy the most, or which ones?
I enjoy writing because it's a very private thing. You can escape into your writing and reading. I love reading and love writing because it's just me and the book, and me and the keypad, and me and the pen and paper. But I also
Go ahead.
I also like comedy.
Okay.
I love to hear laughter. There's something more laughter that just
Freeze you, loosen you up,
yes.
give you light and life.
Yes, laughter is a magnetic, energetic energy that lifts you up as well. And I understand why everybody wants to be a comedian. Because
Not every. I was about to say something, but
not everybody, yeah,
I'm going to say not
everybody is good at
everybody.
it.
No,
Yeah.
and they should
it's
do voice notes and realize that
But
they're
it's addictive to say something deliberately, the intention to make people laugh, and the laughter come back at you like a wave, is an affirming, empowering, and addictive thing. You want to say more, more, more. And that is good for me. But at some point, I'm getting tired of that.
Okay. Because you did retire at some point from
And I
comedy.
keep trying to retire. You keep pulling me back.
Because people want, you make people happy.
Yeah, and it pays.
And it pays. And I'm not gassing you up. You're one of the few legitimate comedians I think Jamaica has. And can't come for me in the business. But there's a craft to moment and timing and stuff. So yes, if it pays, pays. All right, so which of your many roles is the most challenging or you least enjoy?
The most challenging role for me is administration. As I am now a senior lecturer and acting head of department, and as I go up the ladder in management, I have less time of contact with students as a teacher. And I miss that. I love my students. And I hate having to go to meetings and write reports.
And go to another meeting because you had a meeting.
Yeah, and I hate that. And that's a part of the work that I keep getting into. And if you're a lecturer, you have enough teaching hours.
Yeah.
Senior lecturer, less hours.
Enough paperwork.
Head of department,
No teaching hours, practically.
And I'm like, more to the student them, because I love them. They give me life and energy. I rather meet with the student than meet with the yes, Mr. Ellis, and the report on it, like that boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired of meetings.
We need to find a better way to make administrative work less
For me, the hard part is having to attend more meetings and sit down with people and talk. I want to work, teach my students. To me, it's like chip and dip.
Chip and dip.
You want to have more chip and not enough dip to just night it up. Now, if you want dip it clawing, you have too much dip.
True.
So dip with the meetings, decisions, information, and plan of projection.
I like
You
it.
have that enough chip now.
I like
to do the
that.
work. So-
Wouldn't it be nice if you had a variety of dip? In other words, if meetings didn't always happen the same way.
Exactly.
So you have a little
Salty dip.
avocado, a little
Some
salsa,
salsa, yes.
a little cheese if you're not lactose intolerant.
Yes. Not pure dip and no chip, it's a clawing.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true.
man. So
It's
that,
true.
for me, the hard part is missing the contact with students.
Yeah.
I love my students. And I have students who,
And your students love you.
And I can't
As a
watch-
former student, yeah.
I can watch them grow and I feel proud. And I think, yo, that's my student. Yo, man. It's like a parent seeing a child grow up. You feel good.
Yeah. So earlier you mentioned writing is one of the things that you enjoy most of the many things that you do. It's one of the things I enjoy too because of similar reasons. It's private, personal, and so as a writer, what's your favorite figure of speech to use?
Alliteration.
Me too. Alliteration is my thing.
Yeah,
If
man.
I can, and that's why I like Stephen Furtick as a I don't know if you know who Stephen Furtick is, because as a preacher he uses alliteration a lot. I was like, I'm almost 1980 the boy I'm born like myself.
Alliteration.
It's my favorite.
That just gives it magic. Yeah, man. Yeah,
It just
man.
elevates the thing to like, you know, and I anytime I'm writing and it comes easily, I'm like, you see you, God, you see you, you see you. It is so
Tony
wonderful.
Robbins says, where focus goes, energy grows. So when you decide to focus on something, you decide how big it is in your life. And it's when you focus on so when I give my focus to small things like word and wordplay and so on, it becomes bigger, it leaves a residue that's always there, you can always draw on it. So alliteration for me is just a way of giving myself focus. If I'm in B, then I'm in a B focus. Big, bold, beautiful, bashy, brilliant birthday. And it does give it a way of giving a small thing, a big focus, and it becomes bigger and brighter.
You know what I like about you? If I'm sending you an email or a WhatsApp or are you sending something back, for sure it's not going to be no random good morning. I'm going to have good morning, gorgeous, and a whole bunch of G sounds. I'm going to say, this man is 5:30 in the morning. Or I'm just start clap just so, you know, words are everything.
Exactly.
And what you say to yourself is true.
Hallelujah.
So and as a person who's been given the gift of word, I don't take it for granted even more now than ever. And I know you already at that place.
God spoke the world into being with words. The words are important. God said, let light come and light come. So therefore, if we say something, we actually I always say, if I say, boy, you're rich, I'm not lie, I prophesy.
Words are powerful. Years ago, I remember when you are in my mind repositioning yourself, and you said, you've had the fortune, it's time for the fame, and then
Or the other way around.
no, it's time for yes. You've had the fame, it's time for the fortune. You see, the brain went a little while ago, and when you started to embrace your Christian faith, there's certain things that you would always say. You are a child of God. You're a money magnet. Right. Right.
Walking in authority and arm with the word of God.
Yes, and it might sound weird to people, but you have to say things to reprogram and even dispel things that you've not even said to yourself, but you've absorbed from what people have said about you. That's been my process, at least. So, your process, has there anybody who has played a role that, has inspired you in your growth process of overcoming your fear, of standing in your blackness, your Owenness?
Everybody.
Everybody.
Every encounter leaves some lesson. Every encounter. Some good, some bad. So every time I've been to a church, the pastor has given me something. Even not good, sometimes I'm very critical, and I can admit it. I am very critical. Very critical.
Logical people
I hear
tend to
somebody,
be.
I pray, never tell Blakka, stop it. Stop. Listen to them grammar. Listen to the prayer. Yes. And when them say, I'm giving you a prayer, and I'm like, the word prayer, not prayer. And I have to stop it, Blakka, stop it.
Yeah.
But even when I do that, I still get some nuggets. Still get some lessons. And every encounter has been a lesson. Every church that I've attended, I've been given something to walk with. This affirmation is from one particular church. I no longer worship there, but I've taken that to be very powerful about how words are important. If you say it, you're going to see it. And I say every time.
Say that again.
If you say it, you're going to see it. So when they keep on saying, boy, I'm pop down, left that. No, never from me. I'm good, I'm great, I'm wonderful.
Even on my worst day, if someone asks me how I am, I say I'm alive and grateful, because I can't bother go, this a kill me. I say,
No.
And Jamaicans have to say that. Boy, this a work here kill me.
No,
No.
I'm not stretched, I'm stretched. Not notable, I'm memorable. And it might seem simple, but it's very, very powerful. And it shows up in my life every single time. I keep on saying I'm a money magnet. COVID knock out things,
Kick my foot.
But I have survived. Hey, survived. I have thrived.
You have strived,
Yes,
and you are going to
and I'm
thrive.
thriving.
Yes.
And I'm like, and earlier when I said I was afraid of talking one time, I was afraid of speaking. I'm speaking to churches, to teachers, to youth fellowship, to the employed and
The
employers.
scholarship recipients.
Yes. And I'm like, I'm the person being able to speak, and I'm like, but if I want to follow life, and I don't talk.
You don't go find one job where you don't have no speaking at
because
all.
I'm an impediment. I have peculiarities.
Yes.
I'm simply different.
I like the remix.
Yeah.
I like the remix.
So no man, so everybody that I have touched has left me with some lessons.
Okay.
I learn the most by teaching.
Good. So, you are many things, as I said, actor, writer, etc. You overcome a lot of things. You're an everyday superhero. So, if you were to name your superhero character, I'm going to tell you the ingredients, 2 seconds. We're going to make up the name now. It's either your favorite thing to eat or your favorite color. That's the first part of your superhero name. And the second half is either your first pet, if you had one as a child, or your first toy you remember getting. So let's start with the first part. Favorite color or favorite thing to eat? Which you want to go with?
I would go with color.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with color.
What's that color?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay.
Or gold.
Or gold.
Yeah.
Let me hear the second half to see if yellow or gold will fit.
I wouldn't go with that. At the time, I didn't get toys.
You need to get tired. You make it one time.
Plating. They were plating. So I didn't.
Gold plating.
Gold wheel.
Gold wheel. Oh.
Or yellow wheel.
A yellow wheel. All right.
Turning thing.
I like gold wheel.
Yeah.
All right. So gold wheel. if you had a movie being made about you, what would be your theme song, the theme music for your movie? What is your theme song?
Oh, wow. So my theme song, wow.
So your superhero movie, Gold Wheel. Blakka Ellis as Gold Wheel, and movie at start, or the movie, when the movie done, the movie, triumphant walkthrough and before the credits start roll. What's that?
Bob Marley, who come from Trenchtown.
I'm from Trenchtown. Why?
Because origin to me is very important. And where the place that gave you your stories, that give you your sense of where I can go back to, it's Trenchtown. Before Trenchtown, it would have been Africa, So that song would have been my theme song.
Origins are important for you, and then somehow the word Africa gets in there.
Yeah.
And you have been to Africa how many times now?
I'm gonna say Ghana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, 3 times directly. I passed through. I've been to 3 places: Zambia. I've been to Zimbabwe, passed through Zambia, and I've been to Ghana, passed through Ethiopia, and South Africa.
How important is Africa as part of your origin story, your identity, you?
Africa is everything, man. It's the beginning of life, the beginning of civilization. And Africa, we come. Every Jamaican should go to Ghana.
Oh, I'm going to
You go to Ghana, I promise you. Every Jamaican have a double.
I have a niece who's in Ghana right now.
Every Jamaican have a double in Ghana. In Ghana, I keep on saying, but wait, everybody I see is like somebody from Jamaica themselves. Trust me, totally. And Ghana is Jamaica, just
Apart
larger.
from that, though, seeing your doppelganger in Ghana, why should every Jamaican go to Ghana? You said, right? To Ghana, yeah.
But Africa, because you get a sense of understanding that 21,000 miles of Atlantic Ocean and 400 years of history cannot change the fact that the place is so familiar to you. It's uncanny. How the place feel like you land there and like
home.
There. Your memory feel like you know the place.
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
Wow.
It's uncanny. Ghana was for me. I spent hours just a ball over all the things that blew my mind. You feel as if the place is part of your bones in your skin. So I mean, we should all go there. You have to take to Ghana. Trust me.
Okay.
We should all go there. Africa is, and I think we have not been adequately good at acknowledging the Africa in us. I remember my son years ago going to California prep, and him say him classmate, Chinese guy. I say, the Chinese guy is your age. The Chinese guy born and father born in Jamaica. The Chinese guy grandparent born in Jamaica. They call him Chinese. You're what, Jamaican? No, you're African. And him couldn't.
You couldn't own it.
But if he's Chinese, then you're African, because we have some origins. And Jamaican don't like say that, them like,
Because it's a dark continent theory that we were fed, or I remember growing up, you better eat up your food so you don't look like them starving Africans. So it's that.
No man, Africa is powerful, rich, and God did it. God dear Ghana.
God dear Ghana.
Yeah. That was
All right. I go remember that.
African sensibilities and African, so like the symbols, the Adinkra symbols that Jamaicans love to know.
Tattoo onto
them body.
Like the Sankofa and right.
Each symbol is of a name. Each symbol is really they encapsulate a proverb in a symbol. So the Sankofa means go back and go and fetch it. And so each symbol is a statement. Like I do the grill work at Emancipation Park. It's all Adinkra symbols.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yes, and the most popular one of all them is the Jinyame. It's kind of look like this. Some point up, some point down, 4 of them between. And an African elder said to me one day in Ghana, he said, this, the Jinyame, which means God over all things, he said it means that God is over all things, over everything in the heavens, over everything on earth, and the 4th in the middle, we, the living, the yet unborn, those die before, the ancestors, and the 4th one is the elemental spirits. And all 4 things are all around us. demons and angels. We who alive, the yet unborn,
And those who went ahead.
they're always around. That's powerful enough. Imagine that. They're all around. And when people try to think that, they're trying to manipulate
The spirits.
the spirits, the elemental spirits. So they are, and to me that is just powerful, simple in one little symbol. Oh man. And there are many people of my Christian faith
Who shun that.
Yo.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
So we should all try to go back. If you could go back to your 13-year-old self and say something to that Owen, what would you say to him?
I would say the lady was right who said, you have a great set of teeth, keep smiling.
No, which lady tell you that?
One lady, randomly on the road, my auntie sell fish at the corner of West Road and 3rd Street. That would be there at the corner where she sell. And lady part and said something to me and she said, you have nice things. And I went, and I would say to that 13-year-old self, lady was right. Keep smiling.
Why that? Why?
Because we're ashamed to accept compliments and praise, and we love to just put on things. The shirt 90 and it's cheap enough. No!
I want to give you a story.
Yeah, man.
One day I came from the loctician and I was in some hardware store and a lady just randomly complimented me on my hair. And I said, oh, thank you, but I felt like I just did it. She's like, sweetheart, because she was British, just say thank you.
Yeah.
Your hair is gorgeous. Don't explain it. And she wouldn't even know how I step back from that and say, but you know it's right. Why am I needing to give this paragraph and this sentence to
We're afraid of
a stranger saying something nice about my hair?
Lady was right. Have nice teeth. Keep smiling. And I want to hide it. I'm stop doing that now. So I would tell myself then, lady was right.
That smile
You're good.
bright.
You're worthy. Keep smiling.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
So while you make the joke that sounds like one song, God They Ghana.
Yeah.
And you and I agreed how important the word is, or words are. So I wonder if you and I could find a word or two and see if we could make up something together.
Yeah,
on
I
spot.
like that.
All right. So what
Pick
would be
your
the
word.
word? Me? No, I'm going to tell you to pick the word.
Get the word. Get the word. Give the word some qualification. How many syllables?
No, oh my God, you're really a teacher, you know? No, sir. Yeah, give me assignment.
Yeah.
All right. It must be no more than 3 syllables.
Okay.
That's all the answer I'm giving.
Okay. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So let's have a go.
Beautiful boys. Because when I connect that word with boys, we think they're only girl and beautiful. And boys are beautiful.
Stick a big fat pin right there so before going there. Because I have a little boy.
And he's beautiful.
And I've auto-corrected myself just last week saying that you're beautiful and then switch it to say you're handsome because of the conditioning.
Yeah. You see, gender is a powerful lens. And very often the gender lens kind of thwart things. Beauty, not no gender. Beauty and no gender. They're beautiful men, they're beautiful women. They're pretty girls, and they're handsome boys. But beautiful is people, is animal, is life, is love, is thing. God is beautiful. And we don't think of God in gender, female gender form. So therefore, why we can't say a beautiful boy? In Jamaica, not spoil up too much things.
I have 2 lines already from the beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful boys. Beauty without agenda.
Yeah.
Beauty without gender.
Beautiful boys, be brave. You have beauty without a gender. And your beauty is bigger than gender. Beautiful boys, be brave. You have beauty beyond. Yeah, so that's it. That's it now.
So beautiful boys. Go on.
Beautiful boys, be brave. Your beauty is bigger than gender.
Your beauty is bigger than gender.
Beautiful boys, be bold. We can get stronger together.
Beautiful Blakka. You are awesome.
Beautiful Sabrena, you with an E.
With an E.
You're marvelous.
I absolutely adore you. I don't even think you know. I don't even think you know. You are a wonderful being, and I have been inspired by you in so many ways. You don't have no idea. The creative, just the human side of you more than anything else.
Thank you for that.
I don't know how you don't have a big ego. And I've never been raised to have a big ego, but just seeing you, and there are others too, but you've allowed me to see you. You're just awesome. And if you could say the most important thing that anybody needs to live a life that is egoless but is still fulfilling, what is that thing?
It's thanks. It's gratitude.
Gratitude.
It's being grateful for everything, even the bad thing. If you're bucket too, thankful that you never fall on for your face. If you eat your face, thankful that you're alive and you're not dead. If you die, thankful that you live a life that's worthy of being celebrated. There's nothing that cannot be thankful for, that cannot be given thanks for. Everything can you can put on a tank of thankfulness to pour into every aspect of life. Thanks, small word, But if you want to say thanks or gratitude or thankfulness and all the different synonyms and so on, that concept of being grateful is boundless. And if you keep on saying thanks, you keep on filling up your tank with more things. So that's, I'll tell everybody, any time, keep on being thankful. Don't stop saying thanks.
And I can't stop saying thanks. I have something to say thank you with.
You got thing on?
No, I have something to give you to say thank you. Yes.
Is that a book?
It is...
It's a book. It's a book.
It's a book?
It's
I don't know.
Hey! I am not afraid of me anymore. Boom! Boom! I love that.
Yeah.
So funny, I saw the book, I said, never buy the book there now. I don't want Sabrena to give me a copy now. I swear.
No, but this book is a journey for me. If it was up to me, I would never share nothing in there. But in the same way that you've unleashed yourself with stories, I've unboxed myself with everything I wrote here. I got the name for this book like 9 years ago. I didn't know what this book was going to be. But the last 9 years have been about me becoming unafraid of me, and you have been one of the persons who have helped with that. My first book, because I knew this had to come, but that first book had to come before it, and you were with me toe to toe, making sure Breathing Space was published. And so I thank you and I love you, and
Bless you.
You are a blessing. And so I just have one thing to say: stay blessed and fearless, because your work not done, party.
No.
Your work not done. There's a lot more of Sabrena with an ease that have to be inspired by you.
I am thankful of thankfulness, and the thank God that I overflow now. Oh my God.
And I listen for the notes, because I listen for the notes.
Tonight.
Oh God.
Let me read it tonight. Let me read it tonight.
All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Much love.
Thank you. Oh my God, I never ball, that's so good.
You cried. There's a little bit of a tear here and there, but no holleration.
Never ball.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.